All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Kwakadash. Divine honors to the elders and apostles of Great Mills from the well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to those for elect that is out there pushing, laboring, believing. Let's go on to this truth with whole heart sincerity. I already made a blessing be upon your houses. All right, the topic of this lesson and the title of this lesson is going to be, all right, the economic crumble of Babylon. All right, because the economy of this place is collapsing, man. The cost of living is going up. You know, people could barely afford rent. All right, majority of people in Babylon are living paycheck to paycheck. All right, people could barely afford food. All right, and you know what inspired this lesson today was an article that I seen, speaking of housing crises. I believe it's in the state of California, and here's the article here. It's titled, "Housing costs are getting so high that people are resorting to 4-foot sleeping pods." All right. It reads, amid California's ongoing housing crisis, creative approaches abound, whether in RVs, tiny homes, ADUs, or other improvised forms of shelter. All right. And we see that a lot of people, living in their cars, getting vans, remodeling them. That's a lot of things you see a lot of the time on social media, whether it's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever form, YouTube. You see people that's doing DIY projects on RVs. They buy vans and they just start living in it, man. All right, because why? It's becomes to the point where it's impossible to be able to afford to live in Babylon. All right, continues on. It reads, Californians continue to push the boundaries of traditional housing in search of affordability. Enter the pod. Though tiny sleeping spaces within shared buildings are not new, they have re-entered the housing conversation thanks to a new startup with location in Palo Alto, San Francisco, and Bakersfield. Brownstone Shared Housing has converted 2 homes and office space into dwelling for dozens of people with rents ranging from $500 to $900 per month. The basic pods are very cozy, 3.5 feet wide and 4 feet tall, just big enough to fit a twin mattress. They feature amenities such as charging stations, LED lights, and individual climate control systems. All right, it says residents share bathrooms and utilize storage lockers for the belongings, most of which won't fit into the pods. And even though $500 to $900 may sound like a lot for such a limited space, the rates are far cheaper than most alternatives on the traditional rental market. All right, it says in Bakersfield, the median studio apartment rent for $995, according to Zillow. In San Francisco, the figure is $2,200, and in Palo Alto, the median studio rents for $2,300. All right, so we're seeing the cost of living consistently going up. They're showing you what it costs to get a studio apartment, $2,000, $2,300. All right, so people are resorting to what? To these tiny pods. You can see a picture. Basically what one could look like, man. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie. If you watch, what's it like to describe, like those interstellar type of movies, or Star Trek type of movies, when they're spaceships, and they're sleeping in a sleeping pod, man. This is what people are resorting to live in. All right, because why? It's more affordable. They can't afford $2,300 rent, man. Right? Most people getting paid 13, 14, 15 an hour. Even if you're getting paid 17, 18 an hour, $1,000 rent, man, $2,000 rent. You can't do that, man. All right, do the math. Some people making what? After taxes, you're making $1,500 a month. You making $2,000 a month. And then you gotta factor in the fact of food, gas, if you got a car, if you don't got a car, just the daily needs. It is literally impossible, man. All right, that just goes to show you the economic structure of this place is not stable, man. But yet, these Babylonians have billions of dollars to fund a Ukrainian war. They have billions of dollars to send to these other nations. But here, people could barely survive, man. But hey, when we see things like this, man, we are excited, man. Kahala Yahweh Shem Al Shah, because we're seeing the downfall and crumble of this place before our eyes, man. You know? And these are the things that we're looking forward to, man. Looking forward to economic collapse in this place, man. All right? Look what's going on with the BRICS, man. They say, what was it? 50 BRICS dollars or 55 BRICS dollars is going to be equivalent to $1 US, man. The value of the US dollar is going down, right? It's backed by what? The oil, the petrodollar, right? When you look at all these other nations that's backed by, you know, precious metals, gold and so forth, man. You know, Babylon used to have gold, but they got rid of it. They started backing their money by gold and went straight to that oil. And that's also going to show you why they're going to start pushing that digital currency so much, man. You know, that CBDC, you know, that central banking digital system, you know. But nevertheless, you know, I want to hit a couple of these precepts. I'm going to wrap it up, man. Just a quick lesson through spirit. This is Proverbs 29, chapter verse 2. It reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And right now, the wicked are in rulership, man. The people are mourning, right? They're mourning because they cannot live in this place, man. The whole earth is in mourning. The animals, the trees, man. The whole creation groaneth, man. Because why? These devils are in rulership, man. All right. This is Mark, the 3rd chapter, verse 25. And the reason, if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And this nation is divided, right? You got Democrat versus Republican, right? North versus South, East versus West, right? Rich versus poor, you know, all these other things, man. You know, this place cannot stand, man. This place is gonna crumble. It's gonna collapse, and we're seeing the downfall of this place before our eyes, day by day, man. You know, this is all prophesied to happen in this place, man. Revelation 6:6, and it reads, and I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barrel for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine, right? You know, and we're going to see that, man, that hyperinflation, man, where, you know, one paycheck could buy you only one meal. One paycheck could probably only put a gallon of gas in your car, man. You know, a day's work is going to be enough to buy you a loaf of bread. You know, it's going to be bad like that, man. That hyperinflation, because this Babylonian economy is not stable. They put off a false sense of a stability, right? That's what they push and promote to this place, a false sense of stability. But in reality, this place is one meal, one more lockdown away from utter destruction and chaos in the streets, man. All right? But people are so blind and so naive and so asleep and so drunk off this Babylonian wine, they want to believe what the, you know, like the movie, The Wizard and the Wizard of Oz, you know, behind the smoke screen. They want to believe everything they're hearing in the smoke screen, right? The facade, right? The American dream, right? All of that is a lie. You're being deceived by these devils, man. People are just drinking that wine, getting drunk off of it, believing everything these devils have to say, man. When if you really open your eyes and look at the state of Babylon, this place is finished, man. This place is finished. But hey, you know, Lord, when this lesson was edifying unto the elect of Israel. With that being said, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, and Kwakadash. That belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect that is out there pushing, laboring, believing, listening on to this truth with heart and sincerity. Until next time, shalom. In the Bible ball, Kwame Yasharala, shalom.